Mobile events. Do you know what it looks like? Stay in the video and I'm going to show you what it does look like. Hi, I'm Phil from ATM Mastermind Group page, and we help hundreds of aspiring ATM business owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. All right, so one of the first things you do is point number one is you need contracts. Why do you need a contract? Bill, I'm just going to put the mobile ATM at the place and I'm going to pick it up. This is why you need a contract. One of the things that we did is we used to just do a handshake, place the ATM there, get the money, and then tear it down. One of the challenges, what happened is we ran into this once where we showed up to the mobile event and there was already ATMs there. So we allocated time, programmed the ATMs, brought this kiosk like this to the event, and there was already ATMs on property. What happened is there was two heads of the event coordinators. One went to somebody else, one went to us. We showed up, there was already ATMs there. So had we had an agreement, had we had a contract, this wouldn't have happened. 99% of everything else that we've ever done, it could be a handshake, but because of this, we decided, you know what, long time ago, let's have an agreement, let's firm it up. That way everybody's on the same page. They know what we want. Things we want is we want electricity, we want security. Those are the things that we want. And then what they want is they want the ATM. Do they get a commission? Do they not get a commission? So we spell it all out in agreement, and now we always have an agreement before every event. These are easy events I've been doing for 15 years, 20 years. It doesn't matter. We still set them an agreement. They sign it. Even if they don't get commission, we sign it. So just make sure that you guys do all your mobile events with an agreement. Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises, and we're here to just let you guys know that we sell ATMs. We also provide repairs on ATM dispensers, and we sell keypads just like this one and this one. This is an 8000R keypad, and this one is a 6000 keypad. We also repair these and do advanced replacements. So for $175, you give us your old keypad, which is like this one, and we'll give you a refurbished one so you can put it in your 1800, your 1500s, your 1800 SEs, and some of the Halo ones will also use this one. And with this special, we're also going to offer $50 off for any new ATM sales. Just mention the promo code 2023 and we'll take an additional $50 off our regular price of the ATM. Point number two is sometimes the person who is signing the agreement or setting it up isn't the person who's going to be on property, is not going to be the person who's running the whole event. So what you have to do is once you get your agreement, you have to say, well, who's going to be running the event? Most of the time it is the same person. Sometimes it's not. It's like, oh, okay, I'm Sally, I'm the office coordinator, I'm going to be in front of the community, I'm the one signing the agreement. But Tom's running the whole event on property. So, okay, get me Tom's cell phone number, get me Tom's contact. When can I talk to Tom? Because when we go to the event, I got to know where to place the ATM. Now, it always is beneficial if you can meet Tom or the person in charge at the event before the event starts, a week or two, and say, hey, where do you want this? And then they'll say, hey, here's a map. We want the ATMs right here. Now, mobile event won't be set up because most of the time it's just an empty field or a street. So there's no really point in going there, but if you can see the diagram, they can show it to you. Hey, this is where it's going to be. Then it makes it a little easier because you have to know, do you need extension cords to run to the power? Is the power going to be right there? Hey, maybe where you're going to put the ATM, there is no power. How do we get power? Sometimes they got to pull it from a light post. Sometimes they got generators that come in. You might need extension cords. Maybe it's right there. Maybe there's power boxes. So sometimes, depending on where it is and what it is, it'll be a different situation. But the only way to be prepared is to have that contact and talk to that contact before the event starts. That way you know what items to bring. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will show you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3 is what kind of material or equipment are you going to need? Right here, we got a kiosk that we invested in years ago. We used to put ATMs in the middle of the field. Then it rained and the ATMs got wet, didn't work. So we put them under tents. You can get a tent at any sporting good, and that works 90% of the time. Sometimes the tents don't work because we got wind, and then the wind gets in there, blows the tent over, your ATM's exposed. So what we do, we invested in kiosks. Kiosks help out. It's a very costly investment, but if you can see, there's plastic there if it rains. It takes care of almost all the weather. What it doesn't take care of, this kiosk, is sun. So if you guys are in the middle of a field and there's no shade, this is not going to help you. You're going to need a tent for the shade, but this takes care of all the weather, the rain, and the wind. So you have to have the right material. So when you do your event, also you might need a dolly. What kind of dolly are you going to have? You're going to need a dolly with big rubber wheels because you're going through grass in the field. It's not going to work with just a little hand cart. You're going to need a dolly with big rubber wheels to get to the ATM from wherever you are. Sometimes you can pull up close, but not all the time. You're still going to have to muscle it somewhere. So you're going to need a dolly with heavy wheels. And then you're going to need, if you do something like this, you need a big stakes. So there's all kinds of things. You need stakes, you need dollies, you need extension cords. So a mobile event is not as easy as a permanent placement, but we do make a lot of money in a short amount of time. So it's very lucrative to be in the mobile events. So point number 4. All right, so now I'm doing the mobile events. What is this going to look like? If it's a multi-day event, you will have to make a decision. Am I leaving the money in there at night or am I taking it out? Most of the time you're taking it out. Sometimes you can leave it there because they have security on property. A lot of events that we do, we have police that are there 24 hours a day looking over the property. So they're actually staying there on the property. So we're not necessarily worried about somebody coming in and robbing because they got all the vendors there. They usually put a big gate up and fence so you can't get into the event. And then there's what I would call it, on guard police, but there's police there the whole time. So it makes it very secure. But sometimes, you know what? That's not always going to be the case. Maybe there's no security, maybe at night. So what you want to do is make sure that your money is secure and safe. A lot of times in a mobile event, almost every time we go to the event, we put the money in the morning, then at night we come and we take it back out. So if it's multiple days, we're in there in the morning and at night. You will have to do the same thing so that you have to make a decision. How far is this event? Is this event an hour away, 10 minutes away? Do I want to go every morning and every night? You'll have to make that decision. Sometimes you get an event that's 4 or 5 hours away. That means you got to stay overnight in a hotel, or if you have a camper, you might bring your camper. But these are some of the things that you're going to have to think about when you get into mobile events. Very lucrative again, but there's some logistics that you got to work through. And point number 5 is we got the setup. Now is the tear down. What time does the event end at the last day? Is it 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? What does it look like? And then how is it easy for me to get out? Sometimes you're dealing with, you got the carnival there, the vendors are trying to leave, the carnival people are trying to leave, the people are trying to leave. It's a big mess. So you have to coordinate that with the event coordinator. Hey, what time is the event over? Okay, the event is ended at 8 o'clock. All right, what time is the carnival leaving? Oh, they're leaving tomorrow. All right, so I don't have to worry about the carnival. So I want to get there after everybody's gone. And then you talk to the event coordinator. How long are you going to be there? Hey, I'm here to midnight. The event gets over at 8. All right, so we got plenty of time. Maybe we want to show up about 9 o'clock. All the people are there. The vendors are breaking down. And I can get easily in and out of the event to grab my ATMs and be on my way. You have to work all that out because sometimes it's a big mess when everybody wants to leave at the same time. The carnival, the vendors, and the event coordinator. So you just have to coordinate that, but the best way to do it is always have communication with the event coordinator. All right, so if you're thinking about starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business. So you can start earning passive income, make more money for your family, and spend more time with them also. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom at one transaction at a time. Thank you guys for making us #1 on YouTube, and I'll see you over at the next ATM Mastermind video.